Hello there. So, hi guys. Thank you so much again for tuning in to our 11th. Oh no, this one is the our 12th session on. Let me see. Actually, it's our 11th session on new and emerging technologies. So, thank you so much for everyone who's watching right now. And just to get more people in, I'd like to encourage or get everyone's help to share the video as well so that we can get as many people watching us tonight. And just for everyone's information, after this session, we will also talk about VR development, and that will be with Christopher David, co-founder and CTO of Veer Immersive Technology. So today is session number 13 on computer vision in the new normal with Simon Gregory Mabanta, research and technology development at Cawil.AI. Okay, who will share to us what computer vision is and what role it's taking during these hard times. And Simon, how are you? Or
Oh,
should I call
hi.
you Greg? Yeah,
So,
yeah, Greg.
yeah,
Can
it's
you share your
okay,
screen?
Greg, Simon.
Yeah,
All
okay.
right, all right.
All right. So for everyone's also for everyone's information, you can use the comment section to send in your questions if you have uh, question about the topic and question for Greg. And also, please you can tag your friends to the video so that they can see it, and also share it as well so we can get as many people as we can. But don't worry, we'll definitely make the video available as well for everyone's reference after this event, so you can rewatch it and share it to your friends, and they can still watch the whole entirety of the video. All right.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, can I start now, Luis?
Yeah, yeah. For a
All right.
moment.
So, hi, my name is Simon. I'm from. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I let me just take a look. Okay, we have your presentation now, and we have a few people in. And again, guys, don't forget to also make sure to share and like the video, so that we can get as many people as we can to watch this live session. And okay, so Greg, the floor is yours.
All right. So, hi, everyone. My name is Greg, and right now I'm gonna talk about computer vision and the new normal. So, basically, it's about the industry, opportunities, and things that we can do and help in this COVID-19 situation. Right. So, short introduction. My name is Simon Gregory Mabanta. I am the Research and Technology Development Lead in Cawil.AI. So, Cawil.AI is a computer vision and artificial intelligence company that focus on visual image processing and computer vision based artificial intelligence systems. So, my background in computer vision and AI started way back in National Institute of Physics. So, I've worked there as a research associate. So, from there on, I've also worked with Mapua robotics team in working different types of computer vision based systems. I've also worked with a company called Antipara Explorations. So I've been there where AI and research scientist there. I also been their lead technology officer for quite some time. That focus when they have focus on AI based development. Uh, Basically, I've been doing this for since 2015, and this has been quite a good journey for me, especially right now that computer vision is one of the, I could say, one of the most helpful, at the same time, one of the most flexible systems and technology to counteract and help out in this COVID-19 situation. Right. Okay, so before we start, I want to ask you guys, what does computer vision mean? I want you to ask yourselves and look in this video. So most of you guys will think that computer vision is like this. It's more of like the most advanced, most sophisticated technologies, only used by the government or CIA or some stuff like that. Mainly only see in movies. But the thing is, computer vision most of the time is probably something like this. So right now, computer vision is one of the most popular techniques in application development that been used in different application platforms like TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, and also Instagram. So they have utilized computer vision and make it appeal to people so that these technologies can be grasped by everyone. And it also shows what computer vision's vast opportunities are. Um, for example, right now you could change your face and have uh, a filter like that one. You can also identify different items using computer vision. So if you have a camera, this is actually here or different numbers. Now with artificial intelligence, I think you also have an idea of what artificial intelligence is. But I want to show you this video again. All right, probably artificial intelligence, something like that. It's just an advanced system. Uh, probably see a computer talking to you. Alexa is an example of artificial intelligence, but artificial intelligence is much more easier than you think of.
Oh, how can I help you? Hi, I'm calling to book a woman's haircut for a client. I'm looking for something on May 3rd. Sure, give me 1 second. Mm-hmm.
It turns out a big part of getting things done is making a phone call. You may want to get an oil change schedule, maybe call a plumber in the middle of the week, or even schedule a haircut appointment. We are working hard to help users through those moments. We want to connect users to businesses in a good way. Businesses actually rely a lot on this, but even in the US, 60% of small businesses don't have an online booking system set up. We think AI can help with this problem. So let's go back to this example. Let's say you want to ask Google to make you a haircut appointment on Tuesday between 10 and noon. What happens is the Google Assistant makes the call seamlessly in the background for you. So what you're going to hear is the Google Assistant actually calling a real salon to schedule the appointment for you. Let's listen.
Oh, how can I help you? Hi, I'm calling to book a woman's haircut for a client. I'm looking for something on May 3rd. Sure, give me 1 second. Mm-hmm. Sure, what time are you looking for around? At 12 p.m. We do not have a 12 p.m. available. The closest we have to that is a 1:15. Do you have anything between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m.? Depending on what service she would like. What service is she looking for? Just a woman's haircut for now. Okay, we have at 10 o'clock. 10 a.m. is fine. Okay, what's her first name? The first name is Lisa. Okay, perfect. So
All right, so basically, as you can see right here, it's an AI getting an appointment ready, calling a real salon. So this technology already existing and it's in its final phase in Google. However, one good example of AI is this keyboard right here. So basically, it detects what you're gonna type next. It's something of an AI as well. AI or artificial intelligence focus on making things easier here people to do. It's a human task being simulated and being done by computers. So, what is computer vision? So, computer vision is a systematic process as to how machines, systems, and platforms view images and turn it into algorithmic data. So, the pictures are seen by the cameras, and the cameras capture the images. The images right now are the ones being processed by the systems. And basically, what computer vision does is make it much more easier for them to process these types of images and convert it into pixels. So the idea of computer vision is to create data out of images. So the pixels can be turned into ones and zeros. That's actually it. Artificial intelligence actually help it hand by hand because artificial intelligence is any task performed by a program or a machine that if a human carried out the same activity, we would say the human had to apply intelligence to accomplish the task. So basically, computer vision and artificial intelligence goes hand in hand in the way that artificial intelligence use computer vision as its tool. So let's just say it's just a living human with eyes and decision making. So computer vision acts as the eye of the machine, and artificial intelligence acts as the brain. So one of the smallest tasks probably is to count how many people is in a one room. So for example, in this video right here, it is actually in Barhead. It's an office by Recruite. And as you can see right here, it identifies person, chairs, laptop, and some items. This is actually a sample of a computer vision system that we have worked on. Uh, this is one example of how computer vision and artificial intelligence can go hand in hand. So the challenges in COVID-19 right now is that we need to get a good distance with everyone so that we can get infected by the virus. Um, it's been 100 years since we have the last pandemic, and right now we're just striving on what we have and what we can do. Computer vision, in a way, could help out in these problems. But what are the challenges? What are the exact problems do we need to solve? All right. So I want to show you how what a COVID ward looks like. So that's a COVID ward. So it's basically a war zone for viruses, and we're doing this initiative that we are trying to solve one of those problems. How could we help them out? How could we help other people out in this trying pandemic? One of the things that experts in computer vision and AI have been doing is trying to solve different diseases without a doctor. One of the problems and one of the diseases is this one.
We have done extensive reporting here on the virus and its effect on the lungs, but there's growing data that it can also pose a real threat to your heart. We have been following the case of the well-known Broadway actor Nick Cordero, who has been in a coma, the 41-year-old husband and father. Over the weekend, doctors had to amputate his right leg because of blood clot complications. And so ABC's Steve Rosensalmi tonight on the virus and your heart.
Doctors trying to save the lives of patients fighting the coronavirus are seeing more of what happened to Broadway actor Nick Cordero, a blood clot that in his case cost the Tony nominee his right leg. On Saturday, they had to amputate him. He's still in the ICU tonight. His wife explains that it was a complication from COVID-19.
He is struggling. Just every minute counts.
Scientists have known from the start that the deadly virus targets the respiratory system, but in outbreaks around the world, They're also seeing a high number of patients with blood clots. Blood clots that reach the heart are the most concerning. These are lung and heart scans of a patient in his 30s from New Orleans who is fighting COVID 19. And this area here is the large blood clot that was threatening to stop his heart.
If we had waited to get the scan, or we hadn't gotten it at all, we would not have diagnosed the pulmonary embolism, and we may not have started the blood thinning therapy.
We're also learning that the virus itself can do damage to the muscle layers of the heart. In Spain, for example, they're seeing so many of these patients with blood clots that some doctors there are prescribing blood thinners to all patients who are admitted to hospital with COVID 19. Here in the US, many hospitals tonight are choosing to do the same thing. David, important part of
So basically, those are the problems that they're experiencing in US. In US and Italy and Spain, blood clotting and lung clotting types of infections happen because most of the time patients are being brought at this severe level, and sometimes those symptoms come out when it's just they're asymptomatic. These types of uh, problems we can solve using AI. So one of the solutions been brought by one of companies in a company in US is that they use AI to scan CT scans and analyze different blood clotting in those systems. So, for example, right here, there's a blood clot in the lung area right there. So they actually call this brown spots on these areas. These brown spots then are reanalyzed, and they get all the data and feed it to the AI system so that if in case they can see a pattern of a growing blood clot in this area, they can detect it and they can send it to the doctors immediately. CT scan can be done by a normal medical staff, but analyzing and concluding that it is a brown spot or it is a blood clotting that happens in this area is something for the doctors to actually find out. It's something for the doctors to decide. Making up an AI that is trained by doctors in this area could help fasten up and could have an extra manpower for everyone. And so doctors won't need to go there. They can focus on their other patients. Those kind of problems can be solved using AI. Another solution that have pop up in the community is one solution by Darwin AI, which is using X-rays by long the lung area right here. So basically, they just train the AI system to analyze if either the lung is infected by a viral infection, if it's infected by a non-viral infection, if it's infected by a bacterial infection, if it's not COVID-19 or is it COVID-19 area. So this this makes the conclusion of checking patients before they go to PCR testing. This can be done by an easy X-ray scan, and if you put AI there, you won't need any expert to analyze these X-rays, so it can be done immediately. PCR testing and swabbing materials right now are scarce because everyone is just scouring. Every country just wants to have a lot of supplies. However, we're running out of it. So preemptive analysis like this can help out. Right now, they're just training it for non-COVID and COVID-19 viral infection. They're also training it to detect severe pneumonia in case they have or non-severe pneumonia, so that they could prevent that from happening and make it much more easier for everyone to analyze and to conclude what to do. So most of the time, AI helps in the solving problems that needs an expert on. With this, it makes it possible for all of us to experience and to add more manpower to what we have right now. So of course, Cawil.AI as an AI company have also been working with solutions for COVID-19. So one of the problems we have saw in the Philippines that needs to be solved so that we could fasten up the system is that we need to have a traffic monitoring system using AI. So right now, this is one of the things we have developed in the past. So we have developed an AI system that detects cars and persons here. We also have a social distancing system wherein we can detect people who are passing by, and if they are close to each other, they can detect social distance, proper social distance right here. We have also developed a PPE monitoring system wherein we can detect if someone has a PPE or not. So for example, in this video, this is actually a video from GMA News wherein they are showing people lining up buying face masks, and some of the people are not using face masks at all, as you can see right here. Uh, these solutions are one of the things that are quite simple, but we see it as a good solution for COVID 19. Right? I have this video here. This one is more of the thermal camera detection, wherein they detect also the temperature at the same time if there's a person passing by and they're not doing social distancing. I haven't implemented the social distancing part, but the temperature and the person detection is already there. Let me show you that video. So here, this video is from Taiwan, by the way. So it's from a thermal cam in Taiwan. So this is one of the solutions we can actually implement in COVID-19. Simple as this can help out. For example, if we can detect people that are walking by and we can tell them heads up that hey, I think you have a fever. You need to go here and pre-check. Can prevent someone from dying of that situation. And AI can help out in this system. It's more of using AI as an extra hand when it comes to a pandemic, and extra hands always helps. And we have a lot of machines right now. We could use all of these machines, all of these computers to utilize it and make it possible for us to develop different manpower techniques that are implemented in AI. Okay. All right. So, of course, some of us are not techie. Some of us are not for you to explore AI. Uh, I think tech right now is the most resilient area in the world. It's most of it are not that affected in COVID-19, and most of the time it's just working from home and online work, freelance as well. You can explore AI. But how about the people that are not techie, or they don't have that much intelligence skill in tech? Where do they come in? How do they help in this COVID-19 situation? Now, there's this thing called image annotation. So image annotation is one of the most important tasks in computer vision and artificial intelligence. With the numerous applications in computer vision, we need a machine's eye so that it can interpret the world. So image annotation acts as the teacher for these AI systems, wherein we just mark images if they are a person, if they're a car, if they're an item, if they're a bus, so that the system can actually detect if it's detecting it properly. So there are different ways of image annotation. So there's image classification, which focus on the process of associating an entire image into one item. So for example, in this one, we have a dog as a dog here in the picture. There's a cat in this picture. There's a bird in this picture. So this is one of those simplest ways of image classification, image annotation. and we're just basically labeling images if it has those items. This helps especially if you're doing most of the systems that actually implement this are facial recognition, item recognition, traffic recognition. We have done actually have this kind of system. It's much more easier if you're analyzing one image with just one item. It will be helpful in that way. Another way of doing image annotation, and the most, I think the most famous image annotation technique is 2D and 3D boxing, wherein you box the item, then you identify if it is that object or if it is that item. So you place an anchor point at one point from this side right here, then an anchor point at this point so that you can get the X and Y coordinates of that area. So basically, it teaches the AI that in this location, in this picture, it has a car. So also semantic segmentation is one of the most precise and actually the hardest way of image annotation. So here we precisely identify each part of the system. So for example, in the sidewalk that is covered in the violet area, we can see that the whole sidewalk is being covered and it's being identified as sidewalk. With a person's body structure even being covered in red, so that it can be identified. So this annotation system actually works on using drawing lines to around the pixels of an area, so that it can identify the system can identify if that specific part is the person. Usually, you use the Skype system if you're working with very difficult situations or difficult items wherein there are a lot of items in the system and you need to identify them piece by piece. So, for example, in this example, we have worked on using that kind of semantic segmentation, where there are a lot of items to cover. So here we have used semantic segmentation and 2D and 3D box segmentation techniques in annotation so that we could actually go around in different boss so that we can identify in one line how many they are. So these types of implementations and these types of systems can be implemented and done using AI as well. So a lot of companies are actually trying hard and looking for different annotators. Tesla has been working on this and I've been using this ever since it's been working on its self-driving car system. Google as well have been working on this ever since they have started the open AI, open self-driving car system. They have TikTok, obviously, and Snapchat have worked on this as well. For Cawil.AI, we have partnered with Australia Global Alumni, and we have piloted this project called Project Kawan. Project Kawan is a project that focuses on annotation, in which we help marginalized communities to be part of this innovation and tech initiative so that they can be part of AI. So we're making a system that is user friendly. They can also work at home with this same system and we can do online labeling. The idea is anyone can do labeling and they can earn. All right. So we're actually working on the system for quite some time. And this is one of the demos that we have for our system. So on the right, you can see a video-based image annotation where it can be annotated frame by frame as it moves. On the right side, we can see also I mean, on the left side, you can see the video. On the right side, we can see the image annotation and classification that we have done here in this image. We're trying to launch this as a web app right now, and we're in the final stages of doing that. Well, we're making things much more simple for individuals to do annotations and to work on the system so that you don't need to be a genius to actually do annotation to be part of the AI initiative. All right. Also, in I also want to plug our um SHS a project right now. We're actually working on different senior high school students on teaching them how to do AI and how to promote and how to do designing as well. So I want to take this opportunity to get some people to be part of our social uh, senior high school program. One of the pilot of senior high school program is to work on our I mean Annotation beta and also to work on different techniques as we do for computer vision. So the perks here is that if you are part of our internship program, it will help you learn step by step, piece by piece, what computer vision is, what a basic computer vision is. At the same time, we'll show you the newest way of earning. At the same time, being part of the AI initiative, which is image annotation. Okay. So yeah, I think that's actually concludes my talk. I just want to plug our page. If you can like our page, so this is Cawil.AI. We'll be posting a lot of new stuff when it comes to COVID-19 and the developments we have in the applications we have been developing. I also want to plug a page called Lockdown Labs. It's a community that we have built within the COVID-19 situation. We have a lot of development when it comes to COVID-19 based solutions here, and Lockdown Lab has been working with different communities, different organizations to promote innovation, to promote different techniques, technologies that they can implement and they can help out. It also connects everyone if they're having a problem with technology, they want technology to be implemented. Lockdown Labs will help you out in implementing these technologies forward. Right. So basically, that's it.
All right.
Uh,
Yeah, thank you so much, Greg,
all
for
right.
that. That was amazing and that was very informative. So let me just I have a few questions for you, Greg, just for everyone's information as well. So earlier you shared
Yeah.
how you started with AI when you
Mhm.
worked as a an intern. Am I correct?
A research associate in
Research
National Institute of
associate.
Physics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
how
I'm
did
a
you?
university research associate in National Institute of Physics. The laboratory is Visual Image Processing Lab
Hmm,
with
okay.
Maricor Soriano. Yeah.
Yeah, that and for everyone who for all the students and for all the professionals who would like to start learning AI, what can you recommend? Like where should they go? What should Are there things that they should consider first before they even start delving into the nitty-gritty of AI?
For developers, it's easy to develop AI systems right now. So you can actually develop TensorFlow based image processing. TensorFlow is a library used by Google. It's a similar library that we've been using right now. So you can start there. Implementing neural networks will be very hard in the coming of the development, but I suggest you can start using TensorFlow. At the same time, also Microsoft have developed OpenCV. So OpenCV stands for Open Computer Vision. It's the most famous, I guess, computer vision system because it can be used in most of the platforms that we have, like C and C Sharp, and Python as well. And it's been existing since 2008. So I think you can start with working with a few projects that you actually like on computer vision with OpenCV. Then you can actually delve in some of the most complicated projects in TensorFlow.
Okay, thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
And also, can you give us more information about Kawil.AI Senior High School Summer Internship? So we will try to
So the
reach out
senior high
to. Oh,
school, you can PM us. We have already posted in our page, right?
mhm.
In our page, the senior high school program. You can PM us there if you want to be part of it. We're actually finishing the second batch this coming June, so we're accepting new batch in July. Uh, on the STEM side, because I'm the one leading the STEM initiative in our internship program with one of my partners, Angelo Galindo, and of course from Cherry Murilon. She is also in the consultancy and the research side. So what you can learn from the internship is that we will teach you how to make a proper research in computer vision, proper product development. We'll teach you about techniques. If you want to learn computer vision in a span of 3 months or a month, join our internship program because that's what we're trying to do right now. And one of the progress that we have is that some of our students are practicing Python based systems. Like one have done already a chatbot. The other one of our interns have already done a Pokédex. Do you know, Luis, what's a Pokemon Pokédex is?
Yeah, of
So
course.
yeah. So
Yeah.
she have done a Pokédex type of program, and most of the time most of our interns are actually women. So for
Mm-mm.
the women in the audience who wants to learn about coding and AI, who wants to be in this tech, so we're inviting you guys to come in. Um,
Yeah.
our my co-founder, our lead innovator, Cherry Murilon, have been very positive and have been continuously promoting women in tech. So it's a good opportunity for you if you want to go in their interview.
Yeah, and we're
All
definitely
right.
gonna have that as well. And I would also like to personally thank Miss Cherry Marilyn for joining us and uh for connecting with me and sharing Kawil AI to the world. I think it's a Kawil AI has very interesting projects, and although I think AI is still starting here in the Philippines, there's a big future for that because we are rich with talented developers, and it's just really a matter of interest for not just the individuals but also the companies to start venturing into AI to make the Philippines a better place, something like that. Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
then yeah, and Greg also again that's Cawil.AI, and we've been getting some recommendation from a lot of people about doing some TensorFlow sessions as well. So I will personally try my best to get someone to talk about that. Nagpaparinig ako kay Greg. But we're gonna try our best to
Yeah.
get someone to talk about TensorFlow because it's a complicated, a very sophisticated, and it's not very simple. Yeah, that's
Mm,
what I want to say. So you just really you need
yeah.
more than just a Facebook live stream to learn TensorFlow. So we'll probably figure out a way how we can
Perhaps.
go about that. 'Di ba? And for those
Right.
who
Yeah.
yeah, for those who are watching us right now, um uh we will definitely let you know as soon as we have a scheduled TensorFlow session. We can probably start with an online session like this one, just an introduction. And if you get a lot of people in, we'll try our best to get someone to do a workshop, a closer group, and more engaging than just a Facebook Live. Maybe somewhere in Zoom, or maybe we can use Teams as well. So that would work. And there's a question here, Greg. Do you have internship programs for college students?
Hmm.
Hmm.
We'll be posting soon. So for now, we're actually just focusing on the senior high school program because
Hmm.
we're trying to get a lot of students to be involved in the AI system. But yeah, we'll be posting something about the. I think this is more of the OJT sessions. Yes. So it's similar also if you accept us on the OJT, we'll be teaching you about computer vision. Everyone in the team, even our design team, knows computer vision actually. That's the that's the perk of joining Cawil AI.
Yeah, I think so too. And Cherry was able to share to me that uh, part of her or Kawil AI's initiative is to share the knowledge to as many people as possible. So definitely there's gonna be that program for people who are already developers or people who are still starting their career in tech. So yeah, so just keep on following or keep on checking the page of Cawil.AI for updates, and also
Thank you.
please like and share this video just for everyone who are still watching us, so that we can reach as many people as we can. And this video will be kept available on our Facebook and on our YouTube channel as well, so that you can refer to it, and your friends who just saw the video, they can rewatch the entire thing. And we will keep the comment section open, so we will constantly check it for new comments, new questions, and then we will try our best to answer everyone's question. And yeah, so Greg, just one more question. What do you recommend to anyone in terms of because I think AI is very it's very hard to learn, right? You have to have a specific set of skills that of course you can learn naman. Pero what can you advise to what advice can you give to anyone who is thinking about learning AI? You know.
For me, actually, I started learning OpenCV when there's this really hard project I really want to do, and it's in robotics, like identifying a system wherein it can identify a person and it can go forward. So I think thinking about a good project is first before delving into TensorFlow, something that you want to imagine that you want to do, and you think computer vision can help you out. Being passionate in this system is in this programming system is one of the key things you need to have you need to have passion, and also you need to have tons of time working on it. So you need to invest time in programming as well. So for example, if you are, for example, the training alone takes time. We have 200 images to train for one item. It takes us 2 to 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours to train them. All right.
Yeah,
So
I
you
think
need to have a lot of time, a lot of
yeah,
time,
a lot of time
and a
and a lot of
computer, a
patience.
specified computer, and doing AI. So yeah, okay, I suggest you have a project first that you can actually start.
Yeah, so thank you so much for that, Greg. So yeah, I think so too, because just about for for anything naman, just about anything in the world needs a little bit of patience and perseverance para talaga may follow through. Kasi I think the challenge is not pursuing it. You know, you had a great idea at the start, pero once you experience difficulties in learning, for example, AI, math is not your cup of tea. Uh, Kasi AI, I think would have a lot of math, right, Greg? Would you agree with that?
Yes. Yeah. Basically, if you're looking at neural network systems, also for the computations of the detections that you have, you need to identify each item, each location. Uh, if you're working with different advanced images, like for example, if you're working on crack levels, you need to have a computational system that you can train your AI with. So there's the math. There's the math comes in there. For me, the math comes in when I'm having troubles in debugging. But if you're working with
All right, I think Greg got disconnected, but yeah, so we'll share the references to this presentation, guys, on our Facebook, in the comment section, so that you can access it later. And I will also post there the recommendations of our previous speakers on AI and data science, and the course that you can take. I think there's a free course on Coursera that you can audit, and that will give you enough information to understand what you need to have, and the skill that you need to build when you're trying to learn AI. I really think that AI is a very promising technology, especially for the Philippines. We have a lot of developers here, very very talented developers, and we will try our best to find the right resource person as well to share their knowledge and experience on AI. So yeah, so that's all the time that we have for today. And for everyone who are still watching, at 5 p.m. today, we will have Christopher David of VR Immersive Technologies to share VR development and design. So please keep checking the page. We have the video available already on our Facebook. So if you can click on Get Reminder, so that once it goes live, you can instantly watch it. And share this video to your friends as well. It will definitely be very helpful to those who are trying to learn AI. Okay, so thank you so much, guys, and again, have a great day and keep learning. Thank you.